4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another live stream from the Ready Set Poem Podcast, your premier source for everything to do with the Vancouver Titans. I am Chris at Lightforce, the voice that has been boomed. That's right. It was a tough weekend for us Vancouver Titans fans, a force of nature family. I don't know how to put it any better than that, but thank you for tuning in to another one of our post-match reviews. I don't know how much time we're going to spend talking about the Vancouver Titans' performance against the Philadelphia Fusion, simply because there wasn't a whole lot to see from it. But We are here, you're here, I'm here. As you can see, no Sam, no Omni, at OmniStrife and at another Sam Chen. They are not here yet. There is a good chance Sam might swing by, but do not be alarmed. That doesn't mean we don't have other things that we can talk about. And I want to make this particular post-match review much more conversational, because there's only so much that you can do to a horse that's been beaten dead. And I don't want to continue kicking it because, again, that horse, she ain't coming back. Going into the match today, I think it was apparent to everyone and their mother that the Vancouver Titans were up tough. And the Philadelphia Fusion are one of the top teams in this version of the Overwatch League. And I say this version because it's hard to tell how, everything has played out with the pandemic as it is, the fact that the Vancouver Titans roster has been reset. So there's so many different variables at play. But the one thing that was certain going into the match, though, the Philadelphia Fusion are for real, and the Vancouver Titans are currently going through a process of rebuilding. There was also news, or at least a rumor, that Chipsa would start. And this was based on the fact that Chipsa's brother last week had suggested that they might bring him in. And then, sure as heck, the Philadelphia Fusion go out and tweet that he did find his way into the starting roster. And that obviously meant one very specific thing. The Philadelphia Fusion were taking the Vancouver Titans match as one that was guaranteed win night, or in this particular case, guaranteed win afternoon. I'd love to say that by inserting Chipsa, the Vancouver Titans actually stood a chance, but Chipsa played very well on his Doomfist first pick. He was giving the Vancouver Titans support line fits. He was playing aggressive, and outside of one minor little snafu, Chipsa set himself apart. The Vancouver Titans themselves didn't seem to have an answer for him. And what was interesting is they knew Chipsa was coming in on Doomfist. You had Karkar on Brigida, but it wasn't sufficient to actually do much about the Chipsa pick. Chipsa would dive in. He wouldn't necessarily get stunned, and even if he did, he'd get the support that was necessary to get back out of the fray. And again, the Vancouver Titans just struggled to deal with that. And this is something that we've actually seen over the past few matches, is that once teams realize that they're able to jump in or dive into the Vancouver Titans support line, that is the area that they can go and exploit the most. And I talked about this yesterday. I don't know what the solution is here. I don't know if it's a support issue. I don't know if it's a tank issue. I don't know if it's sort of the team cohesion issue, or it's a number of different issues all playing out. But the difficulty for the Vancouver Titans is that when your support drop as quick as they were dropping today, fights are lost very easily. Like, there was a moment on Volskaya where the Vancouver Titans looked like they were actually going to defend and hold the first point, and Nanoed Winston comes in, and next thing you know, that fight's over. And in the old world of Overwatch, that would have been a complete snowball to the second point and a full-on quick cap. Even without the snowball, the Fusion were able to sort of exert their authority without too much issue. And then on Rialto, similar to what we had seen yesterday, the Vancouver Titans struggled to get past that first corner, and they had to invest a number of different ults into the fight just to try to push it to get that point A progression, and even then weren't able to get it past. And the difficulty here is that, again, much of this was related to, one, the inability to completely keep that support lineup alive, two, playing into the hands of the Philadelphia Fusion, but then three, and this is something that we saw a lot more of yesterday, is that there is this almost lack of shot calling, or lack of maybe leadership, and I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus here. It's just it almost appears that the Vancouver Titans themselves are playing a very tentative, timid style of Overwatch. When you play a timid, tentative style against a team like the Philadelphia Fusion, who can play aggression, without any form of abandon, it doesn't work out. You're not, unfortunately, going to go and do well. It sort of goes back to that conversation that we've had on previous podcast episodes, where if you're playing not to lose, then the likelihood is you're playing to lose. It's what you're thinking of. Your mindset is, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. But your mindset is not about winning at that point. It is only about losing and hoping that you don't lose, or hoping that you don't lose badly. And part of me wonders is that maybe what's happening on the sort of mental side of the game is that the players themselves are in this position, in this mindset that, okay, I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm not going to do anything. And almost frozen in fear as a result. The other thing that we saw today, and it's again something we saw yesterday and we saw sort of previously against the Florida Mayhem, is this